Monday night of basketball for you. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce. All right, let's take a look at some numbers for Georges Niang.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
A look at Cleveland's opening lineup. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. And it's Okoro in at the 3. And for the Nets, Williams is out there with Ben Simmons. Then it's Nicholas Claxton. Then it's Cameron Johnson. And it's Finney Smith in at the power forward position. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup. But anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
Now here's Finney Smith. Oh, and Mobley with the block. Okoro on the wing. Simmons defending. From deep, Mobley. Brooklyn pulls it in. The Cavs beat them last time when they met in Cleveland.
And in their last game against this club, turnovers really were a problem for them.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Finney Smith. He's coming off a 19-point game against Memphis. Johnson with a bucket.
Well, that's just a good possession. Dorian Finney-Smith moving the ball. He's been working on that aspect of his game.
And Doris, Cleveland looking to balance their role,
particularly in the front court. And this is where roster construction truly matters in the league.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. I discussed with Coach the difficulties of guarding Donovan Mitchell. He jokingly responded, "You mean the guy who scored 71 points? It should be pretty easy." And he went on to say, "Donovan is one of the best scorers in the game. We have to be disciplined and guard him closely. This will be a big test for their defense." Guys?
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Mitchell, the pass to Okoro. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
And there it is. After 4 straight misses, finally nail one.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Pass to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. 17-foot shot on the way. Simmons, no good.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Mitchell with the ball. Claxton picks him up. They get the rebound. Another shot. And it's Mitchell, that time on the assist by Okoro.
This is exactly where Donovan Mitchell wants to be. This guy knows how to finish strong inside.
Here's Williams. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Double team on Mitchell. Garland, the pass to Allen. Hits a 3-pointer.
Okay, Mr. Allen, I did not know the 3-point shot was in your bag. Nicely done.
Doris, when we talk about young guards, few better than Darius Garland. What makes him great?
I think a few things, but I would start with the fact that he's a 3-level scorer. Knocks down the 3 with consistency, can get to his in-between, but also creative at the rim. The other thing I love, Brian, is that he defends with great intensity.
Here's Mitchell, following the bucket by Brooklyn. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But, Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Niang, he's checked in for Cleveland. LeVert comes in for Okoro. Pass to Milton. Johnson a screen on Mitchell. Here's Milton. Soft touch off the glass.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the free ball.
Here's Niang. Wilson grabs the board. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Here's Finney-Smith. Mobley with the block.
At 7 feet, sneaking shots past Mr. Mobley is not easy. Send it back, Evan.
For Brooklyn, Watford comes in for Finney-Smith. And Williams is subbed in for Johnson. Here's Wilson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Now here's Strus. Good on the bucket. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Clowney. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And guys, he was also huge on defense, turning away 2 shots and altering countless more.
Milton with a screen on the vert. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Brooklyn out in front. They lead by 2. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Nets.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
So for Cleveland right now, we've got George Niang. Ty Jerome is out there with Karis LeVert. Then it's Jared Allen. And it's Strus in at the small forward position. And that's a foul called on Trendon Watford. That's his first foul.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Okoro's checked in. The Nets with a lead. Doris, it's interesting, but the Nets franchise has never won an NBA championship.
That's absolutely correct, because their titles came before the merger. Now, since they've joined this league, they did go to the finals for a couple of times. Had Jason Kidd, who was the driver of success, but no championship in this modern era.
Watford inside. Allen defending. Great positioning on the putback.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Nets leading by 4. Here's Wilson. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got 4 rebounds in the game. Milton with a steal. And they're pushing it up. Here's Clowney, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
When you get a chance to run the floor like that, you have to capitalize. Great hustle on that play.
Jerome passes to Allen. From about 16, no good off the glass. For Brooklyn, they've gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Got it.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. For Brooklyn, Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Clowney. Johnson comes in for Wilson. And it's Johnson in for Williams. Wade, he's checked in for the Cavs. Garland comes in for LeVert.
Well, that's how you use the floater. Darius Garland gets into his bag.
Watford outside. Oh, rejected by Allen.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Doris, so much improvement from Garland since coming into the league.
Oh, no doubt, Brian. This guy is now a do-it-all guard. You can play him at both the 1 and the 2 positions. The versatility that he possesses is such an important aspect in the league today.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers have great size up front. They have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, who said, "We have each other's backs." That's the advantage of having two 7-footers. If you blow by the first one, there's a second one waiting for you. Brian, they'll make it tough.
No doubt. Waves and waves of length inside. Thanks, Allie. And Brooklyn with possession here after the basket by Cleveland. Claxton a screen on Garland. Milton passes to Johnson. The rebound by Allen.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Outside Garland. Back to Okoro. Pass to Garland. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And we've seen the league ramp up the series model where teams play each other in the same arena twice in a row. What do you think, Doris?
BA, I absolutely love this, and more importantly, the coaches seem to engage highly in it because they feel to a certain degree it brings you a level of almost playoff-like repetition.
Outside Johnson. Oh, rejected by Allen.
Boy, you've got to watch those long arms of Jared Allen. Twice on the pipe, send it back.
The shot is good, and this game is back to even. Allen's got 5 now.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Some changes for Brooklyn. Significations of trading for James Harden, Doris.
Well, BA, consider in that trade they gave away Jared Allen, Karis LeVert, and 4, count them, 4 first-round picks for a total of just 80 games played.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Johnson. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
Here's Thompson. Outside Garland. Clock at 6. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
Well, that's the ball handling skills of Darius Garland's guy, skilled at creating opportunities.
To halt the run. And it's Simmons with the jam.
Making sure of it with the 2.
Right side Simmons. Oh, and the jam by Simmons.
BA, I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Brooklyn shooting their first foul shot of the night. From deep, here's Simmons. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Nets out in front. They lead by 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Good to be with you for halftime. Let's check in on the NBA action coming up later tonight. The Miami Heat will go up against the Pistons out in Detroit. Tip-off will be 7 o'clock Eastern.
I think this game is going to be closer than many people think.
The kind of game where the underdog often comes away with the win. And moving on to the Cavaliers' first half. It's a close one through 2 quarters.
This game won't stay close. They continue to shoot under 40%. Move the ball, man. Create high-quality looks.
They also miss some shots they normally make, so there's that.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Hey, nice game. Great performance by Darius Garland.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Johnson. Then it's Williams. Then it's Ben Simmons. And it's Claxton in at the center position. And that's the group for Jordy Fernandez as we begin the second half.
The spider in the house, the unmatched quickness of Donovan Mitchell. What a bucket.
Doris, back in January 2023, Donovan Mitchell became the 5th player to ever score 71 in a game.
Think about this, Brian. Just Wilt, Kobe, David Thompson, and David Robinson had done it before Donovan Mitchell. Incredible company he keeps.
And Mobley has got the ball here for the Cavaliers. Here's Garland. Hey, it's blocked by Simmons.
That is the long arms and defensive prowess of Ben Simmons on display.
Offensive rebound. The kick out to Johnson. Outside Simmons. Shot clock at 6. Brooklyn shooting their second and third free throws tonight. That one's off.
Say what you want about Ben Simmons and sometimes the challenges he has on the offensive end. He is a hard-playing defensive force who has windows of opportunity where he contributes offensively.
Well, Brooklyn's shooting at about 44% so far. They double him with Mobley. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two players.
And now the Cavaliers on the break. Here's Allen over Claxton. Jared Allen with a nice move. Allen's got his 3rd basket on the night right there. And Jordy Fernandez calls timeout. He wants to review the game plan. And these are the best teams this season when it comes to converting points off turnovers. The Cavaliers 2nd.
This is a squad that will tax you for any mistake or loose ball. They know how to snatch the rock and run flat out to make sure they capitalize.
Claxton against Allen. Claxton down low. Mobley grabs the board.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Garland with the ball. Picked up by Simmons. Here's Mobley. Not going to go that time. The Nets have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. And Dora, 2016 Cavs, the team that brought Cleveland their first NBA title.
And not just basketball. The city hadn't